comments that he wanted to get justice for his sister and his niece. You guys, I do not want to think that this family knew that this girl was pregnant, because this is very disturbing if that's the case. You know what I mean? Because that makes a lot more.
I think they knew about the home abortion.
I want to know how y'all feel. Y'all drop it down.
And I think he called them to say, look, it didn't work, and they all fucking freaked out. That's a 13-year-old girl that hasn't come home. You're not gonna report that immediately? How did you go to sleep?
Justice right now. I don't understand why his story should take priority over Naziah. We have not brought his sister home, and you would think that that would be the forefront, you know what I'm saying, of everything that's going on right now. I do not like to see the back and forth between the family. And the reason being is because I feel like the more minds we have together, the better chances we have on finding Naziah. And I feel like the more negativity and the more friction that's within the family, you know what I'm saying, is not going to be a great resolve when it comes down to getting justice for Naziah. Now, I'm praying to God that all of these members of the family, you know what I'm saying, make amends and understand that everybody's heart is in the right place, because everybody, hopefully, cares for Naziah. Now,
Buffalo Plus, both on the field and behind the scenes for exclusive Bills content, like, comment,
this shit made me go down the fucking rabbit hole.
More Caribbean vibes to wait. See's Real House Winter Deal now up to 20%.
was some back and forth between her and Roxy. And I didn't really want to react to that type of video because I just don't want to fucking make this shit alive. I just feel like I wouldn't understand why someone would be upset that people are out there looking for
you are
family.
like the midget.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody have their own family. And I'm pretty sure that people do not have to stay up nights looking at this case.
Here's what they were showing
Family.
yesterday. This is a video from last week. People wanted it.
Pass me my tomato, baby.
Your tomato?
Yeah, it's under the patch.
Oh, my grandmother had one of these. And I used to play with it. She hit me.
It's a tomato with a strawberry.
Yeah. And my grandmother hit me because I was playing with it on my head. She liked to give cocotazos.
I look, dig this shit. So Sally was listening to a medium. You know what I'm saying? She was listening to Tammy. I think Tammy. She's a person that can see. You feel me?
Oh,
Sally,
that's like
you want to call into the phone real quick. Sound here? So I call into the phone so we can be able to listen at the same time. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Rubby is awesome. Hello.
Huh?
Talking to YouTube Doobie.
What did you say?
I said hello.
Oh.
They said
He's
hello.
saying hello to the mom brother.
Yeah, you saying hello.
It did freeze once. This shit don't
Hold on, let me see. Do I have...
Hey, baby, you can hear me? Yeah. Okay. Hold on one second. You can still hear me, right? Yeah. All right, perfect. So then, because I can be able to hear you, and then we can go through these streets. So
they probably put that girl in one of the drums in the garage with some acid. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So basically, you're.
But they still got to come up with her body, though.
That
they found pieces of clothes, the sneakers,
but not her body.
But not her body.
Yeah.
Did they dismember? Like that's crazy. And the car was destroyed.
I know you said that it was a.
We'd have to go through the rest of those hearings to be caught up.
I've been trying to find the hearings. I know this bitch, and I didn't finish watching the.
Somebody's got to have it in total.
They only got it in pieces.
Can y'all hear her?
Complete Naziah Harris court hearing.
Yeah, there you go.
Getting that from YouTube.
So let me show you this right quick here. This is a corner.
This is how I keep
They started checking where the school bus drops her off. I couldn't.
Introducing a revolutionary pocket-sized device.
Testimony from another child today alleging sexual abuse by the same man accused of killing 13-year-old Naziah Harris. And we're learning of new DNA analysis that could determine whether Jarvis Butts goes on trial for murder. Sean Lay following today's hearing for us. And Sean, this chilling case just keeps getting worse and worse as we learn more.
Chilling is a good way of putting it. Stomach turning also every witness every hour here at the court is with real
I've
numbers
always
today.
wondered what's the fetish.
This is the first time we're
these
hearing
men
the
have
voice
with
of
little
Jarvis
girls.
Butts. He is 41 years old. He is
Is
accused
it
of
the
sexual
youth?
abuse
Is it, what
and
is
murder
it?
of a 13-year-old girl
Because
named
they be with
Nazaya
grown women
Harris.
too.
She was related to one of Butts'
A lot
many
of grown
girlfriends,
women.
and he called Nazaya his niece. The team was last seen with Butts after school last January 9th. Then Nazaya Harris went
What is
missing.
the desire to
Police
have a little
brought
girl?
Butts in
Like,
for
what
this
is that little girl
interrogation
doing?
during a search for her
for
where
you?
Butts told police everything he knew about the girl was on his cell phone that police seized during a search warrant. You have to listen very closely to pick up what Butts is saying, but he says he has nothing to hide. A co-worker of Butts testified that Butts and Nazaya Harris were at their auto repair shop the evening Nazaya Harris vanished. But Butts told investigators the last time he saw Nazaya was weeks before.
He stated to me that he had last seen her at the end of December or early January, sometime at grandmother's house getting her hair done.
And did he say anything about knowing where Nazaya's bus stop was?
Yes,
Okay. What did he say about that?
he said that her bus stop was at a 3 Mile Drive in Cornwall.
Back here live outside 36th District Court. Keep in mind, everyone, this is not a trial. It's a preliminary examination to see if a judge will move Butts on to facing a murder and sexual assault trial. It's going to continue tomorrow. What's happening here is that there's no body to point to. Zanaya Harris's remains have never been found, so prosecutors are taking the time to link every dot they can to this defendant. We'll be here tomorrow. It'll also be streaming live on Local 4 Plus. Check it out because it is eye-opening.
So they had no body. How did they have him?
Local 4 back.
They got to have something.
The text and the fact that he was the last one. They had a lot of witnesses. A lot of witnesses. They try to play him with that one. That is so true. Literally sleeping with a pedophile is disgusting. How could you get turned on? They might have cheating on her little girl. That's not what you're thinking. That's not what you want. You want to. Not like that. That's what it's saying.
You know what they think? Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
That they're getting something.
He's touching me. It's my moment. It's my time. She's not getting him tonight. He's with me.
Yes, I was there.
And mothers do it to their daughters too.
Yes. Were you provided with multiple devices in this case? And you provided me those devices. What were you provided with those devices? Specifically,
the cops are not really doing their job.
The missing persons
It's another case. It's just another
and just
case.
very briefly, can you
Unless
talk
something sticks out about it or
what
politics are involved, it's not a priority unless it's a white girl.
Yeah, so to put it in
Because they get
very simple
news.
terms, it is making a copy of everything that's within a
And it brings attention to whoever solves the case. You want to become famous? Find you a white girl, a lost white girl.
This one is right here. I think this one has more. This is her. Another thing, she went home and changed her clothes. That's another thing. Those are not the same clothes she had. They knew, babe.
And just on the first slide, your first photos, this is just a cover sheet for the item that you did.
Yes.
Going to the second slide or second photo,
Her picture
can you just tell us what we're looking at here in this, on this slide?
So this slide in particular, I take pictures of the front and back of the exterior, if it's a clothing item, front and back of the exterior, and in this case, front and back of the interior, which on the first slide. But this here at the top left picture is the front exterior as if it was worn. So that would be, if you were looking at the person wearing it, that would be the front. And the bottom right picture is a close-up of the top half.
And we're looking at the 10th slide, starting with the top
I don't
left.
think he planned on killing her. I think in his stupid mind, he was really gonna get rid of the kids.
Why not just take her to get an abortion then?
Huh?
Take
The top
Take-
left
take
is
the
front exterior again, as if you
consequences
learned this was after testing.
and go get it done professionally.
And the one on the bottom right.
And just take the consequences. This way, it'd have been lesser time.
Left shoulder towards
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he's a pervert.
And
So now you're going for life.
STD to a 4-year. You know what's a 4-year-old?
That means he's rubbing his shit on this little girl and you can't even insert nothing in a child app.
It's so little.
No, that is crazy. To
And
even
looking
think
at the first
that.
slide of 44 that's on the screen, can you tell us this is just the same cover page?
Correct.
It's not physically
And
possible
going
to force a child to do some
second
shit like that.
Slide here. What are we looking at here in this photo?
This will be the front of the black hoodie if worn.
And this is before any testing has been done?
Yes.
I want to go forward to,
How is that they
slide
finding
7.
clothes or, you know what I'm saying?
and what are we looking at here on slide 7 of this PowerPoint exhibit?
This is the hood area of the external portion, the external hood portion of the hoodie. I was trying to get.
It might be that
accurate
Kanye
angles,
style.
so many pictures, but
And is this again just standard overview before any testing has been done?
yes.
And we would slide 8. And what are we looking at here?
This is the interior portion that would be in contact, like if you pull the hood over your head, it would be period up there.
So you're looking at the inside of the hood that would touch the person's head.
Yes.
And slide 9. What in this order are we looking here at here that has any testing been done?
This is, after testing, this is back to the front of the hoodie, plus obviously the sleeves. This is after ALS screening, which is often like source, which is used for screening for bipolar such as CMS. I ALS the hoodie and I marked those areas that had a fluorescence to them with a simple Sharpie, so I could further test after done screening. And IR, which is the
Oh, excuse me.
And they're not gonna keep that jump. You see, they're gonna switch it up because this sheet is disgusting with them. With the family. She side eye them. Yeah, this is all the prosecution does.
No, that's when they have a break.
No. I'm saying the video
Oh.
is about. And this one is the text messages.
For her to be picked up, and that would have been the same day that she went missing.
So, when you first initially received this case, what information did you
Well,
write
she
up?
got a bad tick.
So this
She's
case
the
is a little
investigator.
different because we kind of had to go
She's the one who
back
took
to,
over the
Order
investigation.
Month 9.
No,
She
but
went
this
missing
one she's
January
talking
9th,
about
and
the.
now it's February 12th. We start kind of looking into what has already been done and then what steps I would normally take moving forward.
So, what kind of steps do you take?
What?
So once I review the case, and determine that the last person that had contact with the desire was Jarvis Bunce. I then started to look into his phone records, his activity,
You know who talks like
places
that?
that he had been. I was
Really?
lucky to determine there was already analysts that had looked at different records.
It doesn't like go over the but wait till she stops talking. The tick
So I coordinated the search for the very next day, February 13th.
What? Look, there you go.
We went out to Ypsilanti. We conducted the search. It's a large area, and it wasn't pinpointed down to a specific house. There's a lot of wooded area over there. We had multiple teams out there. There was probably over 60 people.
Yeah, and the media don't release it. Well, the cops don't release everything. I'm sure they have something.
Abortion team by Maya.
This is what he was
What else
doing.
has to after that?
There is a site that's visited on December, it says here December 10th, 2023 at 9:32 p.m. UTC, so -5. And the site visited is plannedparenthood.org/learn/abortion/the abortion killer.
He was really trying it. And he probably got mad at her because he was ignoring her in the text. And the poor girl, so innocent. She's going to plan B. Baby. You fucking piece of shit. And Shonda gonna keep fucking him. I called her Shonda.
Remember I'm live.
Huh?
Remember I'm live. I told you earlier. Huh? Nobody now. It was 24 people, then it was 10 people, and it was 2, 1. What was I
And
doing?
that clip, Mr. Buckley's talking about keeping his distance given his history.
Yes,
And that he tried to help as best as he could with flyers.
that he was trying to help with flyers regarding the diabetes, yes.
So imagine how that mother feels. She's already, battling with addiction, They gave up her little girl.
5 hours.
Yeah, we gotta check all the, This
Watch what
justice,
eating before
this
bed does
process,
to your skin.
They got a lot of
What
good
you
shit
eat for dinner
that
might
they
have
put
a
to the
great
jail.
impact on your
Oh, this is day 5. Yeah, they have been covering it.
break free. Eyes wide open, gotta see what I see. Standing on the front lines, fighting for the truth. Living little lies, it's time to be the proof. Take a stand.
When we live in Sedgwick, looked just like him. And all the old girls liked him. But he used to like little girls like me. I remember that. And one time he was trying to talk to me in the hallway. This one I was looking for the thing. And one of the neighbors, who was a couple, came out and he looked at him and told him, leave that little girl alone. He told him, leave that little girl alone. I don't understand it at the time. You know, older girls are not older.
County criminal sexual conduct section 3, persons under 13 to get 17 years of age or older, with an additional
You know, when you are in a house that's abusive, we become immune emotionally to
A lot of things. I've noticed.
when you don't have no defense system, what is there to do?
This is why it's a toxic cycle. And he will not admit to it. And he knows it. Nobody, no case, you know? The lady again. This is when she's talking to the pervert. Oh, the court is at lunch. Yeah, they take a whole hour. This is all just her. Wow. They have these people on that stand for hours.
Yes, they do.
Let me go to your channel and see if you have everything day by day. Yeah, look, the aunt testified. We saw this one, right?
Yeah. What happened to the 5-hour one?
Mm-mm. So they're saying that the cell phone data was solved the case. This is the one here. I didn't see it from the beginning.
Look what water weight does to your body. Number one, stop drinking too much water. People.
Yes.
Okay, and you said there was,
Look at this is it. I didn't finish watching it. The car. It was her car that was used. I think that's one of the baby mamas. And they all look alike. They all look alike. They have the same demeanors.
Raise your right hand, please.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Speak to this mic. Pick it up.
Whenever you're ready to speak.
thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, could you please state your name for the record? And how old are you? And I don't want to know your exact address, but what street do you live on? And what kind of vehicle did you drive back in January of 2024? And do you recall being interviewed by the Detroit Police back on August 30th, 2024? And there's that was in relation to the Jarvis bus?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know a Jarvis bus?
Yes.
Okay. And how is it that you know Jarvis bus? Do you see Mr. Butts in the courtroom today? And can you point to him and tell me the color of the clothes that he's wearing? And where was the rest of the blood sample to identify the defendant? And you said that he's your daughter's father. How old is your daughter? And when did you meet Jarvis Butts?
2019.
And how was it that you met him?
I had black tie.
Now, you have one daughter with Mr. Butts. Do you have any other children? Okay. What are the children you have? Okay. And how old is he? And that is not a child by Mr. Butts. Now, do you recall, we take you back to February 15, 2024. Do you remember that day? Okay. And what happened that day? And did they do anything at your house when you were there?
They searched my house.
Did they ever search, on that day, did they search your vehicle?
No,
Okay.
they just looked in there. They didn't go that was search looking inside.
Was there ever a time that you allowed Jarvis to use your vehicle? Okay. And which vehicle? 2 times? Okay. And
Two times.
in which vehicle was that?
The little Johnson.
Okay. And I showed you a PowerPoint before of 197 photos of a Nissan Sentra. Do you recall seeing those photos?
Yes.
And
Simply, can you hold on for 1 moment?
oh, sorry. Yes. Do you recall me showing you the photos of a Nissan Sentra before?
Yes.
Okay. And in showing you those photos, did those fairly and accurately depict how your Nissan Sentra looked back on August 30th, 2024? Okay. Now, did it, well, first of all, look at the admission of people posted to get a lot of the PowerPoint of the Nissan Sentra.
As people who live in 11?
May I, public? Yes. Now, when you let Jarvis Butts borrow your vehicle, did it look how it was photo?
That was
Okay. So back in January 2024, your car still had the front end?
yes.
Okay. Is that the only difference in how it looked from? Okay. So that's the only difference in how it looked from January 2024?
Yes.
Okay. What is it that Mr. Butts, borrowed your vehicle? Is it the first time? Okay, then you said there was a second time?
Yes.
When was that?
I think it was either the day next day or the next day. I don't remember.
Okay. The first time, let's talk about the first time. how did it come about that he borrowed your car?
He called us if he can use my car to do something with his stuff.
Okay. And when is it that or how did he get your car?
I didn't get home till about 9 o'clock and he came to my house.
Okay. Is that 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.? 9 p.m.? Okay. And you said he came to your house and picked it up?
Yes.
Okay. To your knowledge, did Mr. Buck say how long he was going to borrow your car for?
No.
Okay. Did you have a reason, like a time where you expected it back?
At least 2 hours.
Okay. When did Mr. Bucks return with your car?
The next morning.
Was this normal, abnormal?
No,
Not normal? Okay. And did Mr. Bucks say what he was doing when he had your car? Did you notice anything different about or in your car after he sneezed that first time? Okay. Did you notice anything in the back seat that was different? Okay. And where at would your son sit?
On the passenger side.
Okay.
On the back seat.
So you can kind of see it better in photo 41. Who is it behind the passenger seat?
Yes.
Okay. What, describe the glasses that you were playing with.
I believe they were clear.
Come on, dude.
I don't know what the ends look like, but I do believe they were clear.
What's up, Great Indian?
And I'm going to show you what's already been introduced as People's Exhibit 12.
How's it going on your end?
Is there anything in People's Exhibit 12 that you recognize?
The glasses.
Okay. How is it that you recognize those glasses?
They were clear just like that. The one my son was playing with.
Okay. Now,
Javish, you got a new profile
you
name?
said your son was playing with them in the backseat. How did
Got
you
you.
get them?
Great Indian. You like that, man.
Because I didn't know what glasses they were.
Okay. How is it that you asked?
How's your new year?
How did you ask Jarvis about the glasses?
You see, we done changed the profile picture. I've been busy too, brother. That's good, that's good.
When Jarvis had borrowed your car and returned it to you picking up your son from school, has anybody else borrowed your car? Okay. So you're at the shop. You see yourself.
What's the weather like on your end? Because, brother, it is cold. We have a blizzard.
Okay. Now, tell me what is that?
We had about like 4 to 5 inches of snow last night.
And do you think anything of this at the time?
No. I just thought there was a son.
Yes, I agree. Peace and prosperity. We need more individuals like you.
Now, the second time that Jarvis asked to use your card, so that was either the day after or the next day?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about how that comes to happen.
Jay just had a birthday. I took her up to the lake.
When you got off work.
Tavish is in the live.
By to get my car, so you need to use the
They say it's kind of controlled, but no, it's not over yet. Them fires are still going, bro.
He said he wasn't gonna be gone for that long like he was the time before. I said,
They
okay.
saying somebody set those fires.
Like 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
And I believe it.
And are those the only 2 times that he ever used your car?
Yes, I believe so.
I believe it.
Were there times that he would be in your car with you when
Yes.
he's taking places?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had any contact with Jarvis since he turned himself in on February 7th of 2024?
Yes.
Okay.
They don't.
And
That
what was
part they
that
don't
for?
know. They said it was fireworks one minute.
Phone
Next minute they saying it was propaganda. Because Hollywood has a lot of history for doing a lot of dirty things. So who the hell knows, man, at this point.
In which
Right now, I'm watching this case of this little girl who
Jarvis
was,
asked you some things about your vehicle?
she had a sexual relationship with a grown man
And
in the family.
you've heard that
And
call
it
before.
seems like the family
Okay,
knew
and
about
that
it.
call that
The
I
little
played
girl
for
got
you,
murdered.
is that a fair and accurate depiction
They
of
got
call
the
that
dude
you
in
had,
custody, but they don't have no
Jarvis
body.
knew about the car?
Girl was 14 years old. How do you have sex with a 14-year-old girl, impregnate her, and then kill her? This world is crazy, bro. There's some weird things afoot. So if you hear it, that's what the court case you hear in the background playing. I'm watching the court case. The next update on the court case is March 7th. So I'm trying to get caught up before the next court date. It makes me think of my girls, you know what I'm saying?
Whether or not you support
My
Trump,
kids.
you need to see this. Get your $100.
You know, there's a lot of grown-ups out here who fail kids, bro.
Just pay.
I got some stories, man. There's a lot of adults out here who fail these kids. I was wondering what happened to you, Tabish. That's true. That's true. I wouldn't say dumb. I would say numb. They don't want to know the information. They don't want. They just want to be entertained. Desensitized. Back in the day, they used to talk about, when I was growing up, how the horror movies and the action movies was gonna mess up the kids' brains in the long run. Well, you know, you had some people who try to emulate movies, you know, so to a certain extent, yeah. But the social media and the way these kids are expressing themselves and going through mental emotions, they're learning how to deal with their emotions and feelings off of social media, and that's the worst place to learn anything, unless you're trying to gain a skill. But emotions off the internet, nah, B, nah. A lot of these kids they going through a diagnosis off of social media, man. They looking for psychiatrists on Facebook. That's just not the way how we grew up. They want to be treated like adults, but then at the same time want you to treat them like a kid. They don't want the consequences of adults. You know what I mean?
Everybody know.
true. It's hard to find inspirational info out there for these kids, but it's easy for them to see all the shit they're not supposed to see. You're 100% correct. The access for them is so easy. If you police them, they go right behind your back, say you're not a good parent, all kind of crazy shit. Yeah, B. That's a fact. Or you had to wait at least 6 months for it to come out on DVD. Before I'm a VHS beta kid. I knew about the beta machine, the VHS, you know what I'm saying? So I go back that far. Where bootlegs was actually the dude in the movie theater with the camera recording it, trying not to get busted. These kids don't know the struggle, baby. Yo, the cartoons. Listen, I don't know if you have Prime Video, but they got the new Velma, which is the Scooby-Doo of our day. The first scene, they got chicks in the bathroom, naked, talking about fucking. They had 2 cockroaches having sex on it in the first the first 90 seconds of the show, the cartoon. It's crazy. Every TV show, I mean, and I don't have nothing against the LGBTQ community, but it's so potent now that you have kids questioning their sexuality because they're not fully developed to even understand what they're seeing. Thank you for the subscription, Leo Martinez. I appreciate that. Well, we appreciate that. It's me and my wife's channel. We are the Bronx Travelerz. And if you see our channel, we have a bunch of things that we do. As well as you'll see a couple of my business adventures. I do sewing, I do tattooing. Now I'm the photographer and the videographer for our channel. Oh, she's good. It's a 6-train patch. Since we from uptown and we moved out of the city, a lot of people, like nostalgia things. So I've taken and put my spin on the subway train numbers from back home. I've done a couple MTA hoodies for a couple of the bus drivers as well. But wifey's good, bro. She's actually off for her birthday week, so she's relaxing. I took her to the lake over the weekend, up by Canada. What part of the world you at, Leo?
So, just to clarify a little bit, Trevor's borrowed your car on the 9th, brought it back at 10 in the morning. It's about 6 a.m. So, in the morning. And did he borrow it later that day again or the next day?
North Jersey? Oh, okay. You right around our old neck of the woods, bro. We mess with Jersey. I stopped in Jersey to go visit Sun Tees for my wholesale for my clothes. And I need some hoodies and t-shirts. I gotta put out hoodies. I just designed these hoodies. I need to put them up on my Etsy page so you guys can check them out. That sound is my bobbin is low, but I'm gonna keep going for a little while till my bobbin runs out.
You knew Mr. Butts was seeing other people, correct? All right. So that's not a surprise, correct?
Oh, you do? Tabish was asking about you.
He could tell you he was coming over.
That was dry.
You didn't know where he was.
Yes, that's better.
That's my.
Tabish has been following us since when we was on the terrace that show.
Yes, I know, I remember.
What's the Instagram, my man? How can I contact you? Oh, Instagram is BXTZ143 on Instagram. Hold on, I'm gonna write it down. On Instagram. Also, you can find us under the Bronx Travelerz on TikTok if you have TikTok, Tabi.
So you know Mr. Butts works as a mechanic, correct? And have you ever seen him wearing safety vests?
A lot of people, after that whole ban the other night, they took the app out their phone. So now if you did that, you can't access TikTok at all. And see, I didn't do that. I kept the TikTok in my phone.
And you said he came over around 9 p.m.
Yes.
All right. When he came over,
Oh, wow. They still have it banned there?
Okay.
TikTok is still banned with Tabisha's app. Yeah. Hold on, let me pause this. Because there's too much noise going on in the background.
It is banned for some people. I think that that's... There's something behind that.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
keep it short and sweet.
They got some money going on. They need a deal.
Yep.
Somebody's got to get paid.
And it's gonna be them.
Mm-hmm.
And if they put TikTok back for some, then it's just a pay cut for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small piece of the pie. The pie, Dave.
The pie. I was telling him about this case with this little girl.
Oh my goodness. Everybody, I think the grandmother knew. I think the grandmother knew, the aunt knew. I think they all knew. And they let this little girl go to a garage to clean it. Why you didn't send the boys?
What kind of cleaning is she doing in the garage? Is she learning how to become a mechanic?
My mother would have never let me go anywhere with anybody, especially a grown-ass man. Uncle, cousin, or not. You shouldn't be spending that much time. That's not your father.
Mm-mm. Sun just came out. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
It's been 3 years since government ban. It said.
Hi, Mima.
It's been 3 years. No, 2 years? It's been banned in his country for 2 years.
Really?
They just banned it here and then opened it up the very next day. And they said the same thing. It's a threat to security, privacy, and all that stuff.
Hi, Mama. Who's talking? I hear talking.
Yeah, you hear me.
Oh. Akadaguima. Hi, Mama. Hi, Kitty. Mommy won't let you go to the garage with nobody. Right. She said no.
I guess they mean like your ID, your phone. You know how they have those scammers on the phones and stuff like that. They can take all your information.
Mommy won't let you. Mommy won't send you nowhere because you are mommy, baby. You are mommy, kitty. You don't go nowhere to garage. No. You are mommy, kitty. You my kitty, baby. You are a kitty, baby. You are a kitty, baby. You are a kitty, baby. Mommy, you fat? You gotta go on a diet? Mommy put you on a diet and you wanna mess around with me at 3 in the morning. Why do you do it at 3? What is it with you and 3 in the morning? Oh, bless you. You need some Robitussin?
Need some tussin?
Need some Catatussin? Bless you. Why do you wake mommy up at 3 in the morning? Huh? You don't wanna answer me?
US-based companies are buying nanotech from Chinese-based companies. I don't understand why they don't stop buying technology from China if it's a threat. Because it's cheaper. At the end of the day, it's a money grab. They keep playing with the economy and tariffs and all kind of shit, and we're just left to feel it out as they're figuring it out. And that shit is crazy. Trump goes in today. No, I did not watch the inauguration. I'd rather watch paint dry. Yeah, I've actually had the liberty of working for Trump when I was younger, when I was 15. I wasn't in the union, but I was an apprentice working construction. So basically a sheetrocker at the time. This was my beginning, so I wasn't technically all skilled yet. So I was more of a laborer, carrying the sheetrock, carrying the mud, and at the same time, I was on my basic learning skills, learning how to tape and stuff like that. We had been working this place for, I want to say, 2 months and had managed to complete, I think it was a series of 15 floors. And by the time I got to the 15th floor, I was good. What I mean by as far as my skill set, you know what I mean? And but there was hundreds of us. There's a lot of Mexican dudes, a lot of Jamaican guys, a lot of African guys, and I remember the job being very harmonious, but yet diverse at the same time. One morning we all, come in. This was in Trump Plaza, as a matter of fact. We come into the lobby, and we're all gathered in this one spot. And he comes out, the armed man comes out, and he pretty much tells us that day was our last day. Mind you, we had been there for 2 months, and our pay had been delayed for the 2 months. I think we had got a fraction here and a fraction there. And it was given to us in cash. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of guys had an issue with that because, you know, they filed taxes and, you know, stuff like that. And that's not normal. It wasn't normal how, you know, how business was done back then. Some places, yeah, but something that large, no. And they put us out the building. Like I said, I'm 15. It's my first real, you know, gig. And I know this money was supposed to be good. And now there's police. You got all the guys, they're upset. Everybody's cursing. I'm trying to figure out what's really going on. And all I hear in my head is no pay. Yeah, man, he got rid of all of us. No pay. Because he was paying in cash, there was no paper trail for a lot of the people to get their monies or make their claims. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of us just had to eat that. And with me being 15, this is my first, you know, introduction to the workplace. And, you know, Donald Trump is a big name, especially you in Trump Towers. You know what I'm saying? Make a long story short, never got paid. And a lot of dudes came back. A lot of us came back, you know, throughout the week trying to picket the place, you know, to try to get our money in. He hired a whole new set of Mexican guys, and it was giving them a fraction of the pay that he was promising to pay us. So that's my story about Donald. I never forgot that. So as far as a president, I know from the business of construction that he's a businessman. And I had other occasions, you know, through a couple other sites that, you know, stuff happened. And needless to say, you learn your lesson as you know, your career goes on, you know what I mean? Which is why I no longer do construction. And the last big site I was on was I was on Rector Street, down when the Twin Towers went down. I've listen, like I said, I got a pass, man. But if you look these places up, the places that I'm naming, Rector Street is down by Ground Zero. Oh, give me a second. And I was down there for the duration of 2 years of the rebuild. So while there was guys in the actual hold of the World Trade Center, I was right across the street, where it's right next to the World Finance building. So I've also put in my time for my city. What did you say? I believe that Trump is as good as compared to old Joe, who does not even know how to talk. Well, Joe has definitely had his time. I definitely agree with you there. Right now, Joe's doing a lot on the way out that he should have done throughout his term in, but everybody does shit their own way. To say Donald is a good man, I couldn't, like I said, I have my own personal experience with him personally, and from my perspective, it wasn't good. I'm very pro-woman. I love my mother. My mother was my world. So if a man was to come up to my mother and say, grab her by the pussy, I wouldn't appreciate those words to my mother, to my daughter, to my sister, to any female, you know, that I love and respect. And I don't see humanity in him. He could be a good man. It's like I said, a good businessman. But I think that when it comes down to leadership, there should be a big chunk of humanity, because you leading for the people, not for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And the businessman is usually in it for themselves, not for the people. Me being a businessman, I'm trying to maximize my numbers, and I'm saying mine. Now, how I distribute my progress is up to me. You understand what I'm saying? So I bring mine into my household, and my family reaps the repercussions of my trials, and my efforts, and my progress in what I do. But I wouldn't sell my family out to be on top. I wouldn't sell a stranger out to be on top. I don't think that's kosher. Okay. Oh, you didn't write anything yet. Or maybe you're writing and I haven't got to it yet. As far as his term, I don't hate the guy. And I'm curious to see how he goes. Who's P. Diddy? Who's P. Diddy, Tabi? Oh, P. Diddy. Oh, I think I got it now. You talking about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy? I've lost interest on that whole thing. But again, that's something that we have to wait to see if that's who you're referring to. Talking about Mr. Bad Boy himself? Baby oil bottles. Yeah, that's some whale shit right there. But they haven't given us nothing new since they brought it all out. I think they're still compiling other people's names to find out more information. So, for example, if you partied there, now they're going to call you and see what you know or don't know and give you an offer. Okay, either you tell us what you know or we're going to put your name in here. We're going to put your name in this document and say you was at the party and you was at the freak-offs and you like baby oil too. That's what I think. You like the baby oils. We know you like them oils, baby. continue doing this at the very end. Oh, I see why. I heard that Justin Bieber has spent some nights with him too. Yeah, man. There's a lot of people trying to spend some nights with Diddy. That's why a lot of people trying to distance themselves from him now. I'll tell you another fun story. Tabish. Actually about Diddy. And this is more like New York tales. And you can look up this stuff. You can look it up. Back in the 90s, Puffy had threw a party. And this is when he was still down with Uptown Records. Him and Heavy D had threw this basketball event in City College. Reason why I know, because at the time I used to go back and forth with my cousin who used to dance for Alvin Ailey. So I've met a couple of, rappers from back then. Mace, Cameron, etc. So at this specific event, it was Heavy D's team against Puffy's team. And it was in a gymnasium. My cousin Yule, I lived on Kingsbridge Terrace back in the day. And my cousin, who lived across the street from us, went to the event. You look it up. There was some kind of melee that happened inside the place, and it ended up being a stampede. There was one entrance and one exit for all these hundreds of people. So when people started trying to run out of the gym, they're pretty much falling and tumbling over each other down this case of stairs to get to this door to get out. My cousin Yule died. He was one of the few people who were trampled at the event. And Puffy got away with it. They just recently brought up the case to try to rectify with the families of the surviving victims. I haven't got any updates on that. I haven't called family to find out what happened from there. But I did hear about it on the news and what have you. But yeah, man, you can look it up. You can look it up. I won't give you his last name, but you can look it up. His first name was Yule, and it was Puffy's City College basketball event. And I wanted to go. Good thing I didn't make it there. Another fun fact. But I did go to the last concert. I didn't get a chance to go there, but I did actually make it to the last concert in the Paramount Theater where LL Cool J, Dougie Fresh, Run DMC, all of them was there. Everybody, they told them to put your Adidas in the air. My Adidas came on, and I actually had on a pair of shell toes that day, son. It was like the best day of my life. Well, for back then. And that's my story time. Who's still in here with me? Okay. No, I didn't. Nah, I haven't seen it. But Snoop gonna come down to some controversy too, bro. A couple years back, he talked shit about, rappers, black rappers, performing at Trump's inauguration, and he performed at this one. So Trump about to come through some controversy and backtrack on them words. I mess with Uncle Snoop too. That's my patch for the day, you guys. I'm gonna cut this out and put the iron on the backing and ship it out. I appreciate y'all for being with me today, taking a ride with your brother. And as I always say, I holler for $1 from your mama tomorrow. Tabish, find me on Instagram. We can rap on there too when I don't go live here. Where else? Yeah, that's usually all the places I am. Peace and blessings to you all. Deuces. Yeah, write me, bro. Oh, I think I did it already. SBXTZ 143 at Instagram. What the hell? Something just hit the window. Hold on, let me do it again, because it looked like they stopped me from putting it up there. Yeah, they stopped me from putting it up there. When you see it, you'll see 2 cartoon characters of me and Jay. My guy. All right. Deuces, you guys.